Neighbors in Brewers Hill say they are a bit on edge today after a shooting incident this morning. Tonight, a group of people walked around the neighborhoods discussing different spots where crime has happened and sharing some ways to stay safe. WMER2 News' Janae Wright was walking alongside the group tonight. Janae, how are they handling this crime in the neighborhood?
Well, Kelly, some people I spoke with say incidents like the attempted robbery in Brewers Hill this morning can make them feel uncomfortable in their neighborhoods. In fact, organizers of the monthly walk say today had the most people they had seen in recent months, hoping to learn ways to reduce crime in the area. A group of people living in Canton and Brewers Hill met up at Patterson Park with the goal of discussing different types of crime in the neighborhoods and learning ways to prevent crime from happening. The community has this walk once a month, but Tuesday's walk happened just hours after an attempted carjacking turned shooting in Brewers Hill.
Try to highlight the most common types of crime that are happening, but also the most violent types of crime that are happening. So we just had a double shooting this morning over in Brewers Hill near Canton.
Police say a 31-year-old man who was shot flagged them down. Minutes later, officers found an unidentified 17-year-old boy who was also shot. The 17-year-old is now in critical condition. Police say the teen was trying to rob the 31-year-old man who happened to be legally carrying a gun. This led to a shootout, leaving the teen in what is described as grave condition.
You know, and it creates a sense of fear. People are afraid to leave their homes and go out and just day-to-day activities and just live life. But, you know, again, as I said, you never want to see this happen anywhere in anybody's neighborhood.
Brant Fisher says he and his neighbors want to prevent crimes like the one on Tuesday morning from happening. He tells me he believes the community walks are one way that could help.
It's a good education point because a lot of people aren't aware of what goes on within their own respective communities.
So as the neighbors walked down the blocks and through the alleys, they stopped and talked about things that help stop and solve crime. Having outdoor video cameras and lighting up the streets are ways neighbors say can help scare off criminals. Joe Kohler encourages people to have both.
The city of Baltimore is able to reimburse you $150 per camera.
And while putting up lights and cameras can be a huge help, Fisher says it's best to get to know the people around you.
Biggest things, you know, in terms of security, safety, is neighbors banding together and supporting one another.
And officers from Baltimore City Police Department were also on the walk. I spoke with officers and they say having these walks bridges the gap between neighbors and law enforcement and helps those neighbors know how to identify and report different types of crime, which can help police make arrests.